Producing good art doesn't stop at learning the elements of designs. We must also apply the principles of design. Hello there, students! Welcome to our virtual TLE class. In this video, we will talk about the 7 principles of design. There are 7 principles of design. These are emphasis, balance, contrast, repetition, movement, harmony, and unity. Emphasis. It is created by visually reinforcing something we want the viewer to pay attention to. This is often used to train the viewer's eyes on the center of interest, or a focal point. A focal point is the area of interest the viewer's eye naturally and instinctively skips to. Some of the strategies employed to create degrees of importance are contrast of values, use of color, placement, variation, alignment, isolation, contrast, and a lot more. Here are some designs with emphasis. Balance. It is the distribution of interest or visual weight in a work. A balanced work will have all the elements arranged such that the work will have a sense of visual equilibrium or stability. Balance can be symmetrical, asymmetrical, or radial. Symmetrical balance is when design elements on the left side of an image mirror the design elements on the right side, or the top mirrors the bottom of the composition. Here is an example of a symmetrical balance. Asymmetrical balance, on the other hand, is when one part of a text is heavier or lighter than another part of the text. Here is an example. Radial balance is when textual elements flow from the center of a text. Take a look at this example. Objects, values, colors, textures, shapes, and so on can be used in creating balance in a composition. You just have to use them effectively. Contrast. It is the juxtaposition of opposing elements like opposite colors, opposite value, and direction like horizontal and vertical. The greater the contrast, the more something will stand out and call attention to itself, just like this example. Repetition. Repetition of elements in regular or cyclic fashion creates interest. It strengthens a design by tying together individual elements and bringing a sense of consistency. It can create rhythm and patterns. Variation introduced to repetition increases the level of interest. Here is an example of design using repetition. Movement. It is a visual flow through the composition. In some works, movement is implied by the use of static elements to suggest motion and direct a viewer's eye along a path through the work. In a still image, aspects such as lines, diagonals, and balance elements, placement, and orientation can play the role of active elements. In others, movement can be real, giving some elements the ability to be moved or move on their own. Here are some examples. Harmony. It brings together a composition with similar and related elements, such as adjacent colors and similar shapes. Here is an example. Harmonious elements have a logical relationships, connections, alignment, or progression. They work together and complement each other. Unity. It is created by using harmonious similarity and repetition, continuance, proximity, and alignment. It is the visual linking of various elements of the work. Here is an example of a design with unity. These 7 principles of design are the recipe for a good work of art. How the principles of designs are applied determines how successful one is in creating a work of art. And that ends our lesson for today. Thanks for watching and listening. This has been Teacher Lei for ClickGen.